it's Fiona from Eventide Reads, and I'm back again in my same clothes because I'm doing bulk videoing. Some of you who will have seen my life update about Misha moving in with us, our German friend, well, she's here, so I am using what little time I currently have to record in bulk. But today I'm here to review a book, and that is Starborn by Lucy Hounsome. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right because I'm really struggling with names today. This is a fantasy book. It is what I would class as a YA crossover though. It has that kind of a feel to it. There's nothing inappropriate for teens in it, and I think if they've already read things like The Bone Season and other fantasy books like the Schwab, they will kind of like this thing. So I was really excited to get off the chance to read it. I actually already had a proof before I got contacted, but they sent me this beautiful hardback edition. It's so pretty. I love collecting hardback fantasy books. You all know this with my obsession with The Bone Season. So thank you so much to Tor for this. You guys are amazing. Let's talk about the inside of this book. This book has a really interesting world. It is based upon light and dark, effectively. So you've got the lunar and the solar. I've said them the wrong way around, but you know what I mean. And how their powers are actually affected by the light and dark. For example, solar can only use their powers in the day, and a lunar can only use them in the night. And it's really well crafted. For example, one of the characters, she's blind, but at night time, because she's a lunar, she's developed a way that she can see. And I just think that's so interesting. Like, I've not come across that before. And I mean, that's one of the secondary characters. That's not even the main character. Though she's with the main character for a lot of this book. And you do become quite attached. The main character is Kindra. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not sure. At the very start of this book, she is going to her inheritance ceremony. When they reach a certain age, they go to have their ceremony and they find out what they're going to do with their life, basically. And something goes wrong and the village wants to get rid of her. Suddenly her life is in jeopardy and everything is going haywire. She does not understand what is going on and she's rescued by this lunar and solar. But you don't really know that much about them until later on. They keep very much to themselves, dropping little bits of information. All the characters are really well written. I did feel like the first sort of 100 to 150 pages were a little bit slow. This was the sort of part where they were travelling from Kindra's village to their destination. I felt like some of that probably could have been taken out, just sped up a little bit. But as you get further through the book, you kind of understand why they show you those bits. It makes a bit more sense. Without spoiling it, it makes a bit more sense. There's quite a few characters to consider in this book, alongside Kindra and sort of her the two closest secondary characters that you see the most. There's lots of other characters. It's very info heavy at first, but once you get past that and you start to understand who's who and who's doing what, it's actually a really, really interesting world, and the magic's just really interesting. I love books that have just that slightly different way of dealing with the magic system that they want to use, and I just think that's really, really well done. It's definitely a good setup for a first book in a series. It is a bit of a setup book, you can kind of tell, and I mean, this isn't a book that will blow you out of water and be totally surprised. There are parts that are slightly obvious, but then there are also parts where you're like, oh my gosh, what? There's a part near the end where I just wanted to weep, and I just thought it was so sweet. Just thinking about it makes me very emotional. But it's parts like that in this book that really made it for me. There are some parts where it just hit home to my feels, and I really, really liked it. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I just think it was a really solid book, and I look forward to reading the rest of the trilogy whenever that may be. This book comes out on April 23rd, so go and get your little mitts on it as soon as you can. I hope you guys enjoy my video today, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!